Hi, this is Roger. Thanks for dropping by. It's a good job that camera knows what it's doing. It's like a black hole out here today. It is so dark. It's 9:30 in the morning, and quite honestly, I got a job to see the other end of the lounge. It's so dark and dismal. You can hear the rain. It's just one of those days. So I can't really do much about filming plants today. So, hands up, all those who noticed the new introduction. No, you didn't, did you? Because it's almost identical. The difference is the previous one was about 17 seconds long and this one is about 11 or 12. And it's been cleverly edited so that the join doesn't show. Because basically all I've done is I shortened the music clip, which meant I had to fade it in because it's starting part way through that clip now. So that's where the editing sort of took place. And then all the bits that make up the introduction, I just shortened them. So, you know, the title comes up and disappears a bit quicker. You know, the pictures flying around don't last as long. But I don't believe it's cut it too much. And it took me about 5 minutes to do as well, because I haven't had to change anything. I used everything that was there already. So anyway, it's done. So we can have a go with that one now. Basically, the change will be permanent. There's no point in people saying, oh, I preferred it when it was longer. It's going to be that one. I can't be doing with two on the go. Anyway, I have just phoned up about a property that it sounds very, very favourable. It's about a 15-minute drive from where I am now, for a start, so I'm not changing much. What I am changing is because I'm going the other side of one of the rivers that runs through Christchurch, I lose my fast access to the dual carriageway which leads out to the motorway. So that route is now curtailed because I'd have to sort of go back into Christchurch and all the way out again, and it would be easier to just go from there and go out. But two of my journeys, it's going to add 10-15 minutes. It's not the end of the world, is it? And the journey that it will add quite a bit more to is the journey to where Bournemouth Orchid Society meet. But it's still not much, you know, it's still local, what I would call local. I have no desire to stay in this area, but it is an area I know well. You know, I've lived here a lot of my life, so I'm going for it. And one of the first things the agent asked when I got through, they asked me about finances. And they said, how are you to financially support the rent and the bills, etc. at this property? And I said, I'm retired. And she said, ah. And I said, but I'm different. I'm retired with some money. And she said, so if we asked you for 6 months in advance, could you pay it? And I said, yes. Now that, hopefully, that's the first agent that's asked about that, yeah? And all the others have said, you know, when I've said, oh, I could pay 3 months, and oh no, we don't do that. We do a standard contract. You pay a month up front and you pay a deposit of around, you know, whatever, you know, they've got their set ways and they won't move. That you know, they daren't deviate from the norm. Whereas this one came out straight away. Would you be prepared to pay 6 months in advance? I said yes. I would imagine that puts me at the front of the queue. I can't show you this property basically because there's some sort of issue. It basically states in capital letters no reproduction or republishing or anything, any part of this. So I'll leave it alone. But a description, it's got a conservatory, it appears to face north. That will be a bonus because I can leave shading off most of the year if it doesn't get any sun. If it gets some early morning sun, brilliant, but no big deal. It's a pair of houses that were purpose built and they're completely enclosed and they've got a big security gate to get in, you know, with a code and a little beeper that opens the gate as you come up in your car. So very, very, very secure sort of area. The area is quite nice as well in itself, but you know, a very, very safe place to be. Nice enclosed back garden, so the cats could probably go out. She said, who will be living there? I said, just me. And she said, any pets? Not that the landlord minds. I said, well, I've got 2 elderly cats. She said, oh, that's fine, don't worry about that. It's all kept it just kept going like from positive to positive. But it's 3 bedrooms, but 1 bedroom is currently on the ground floor and has been set up as a study. Now that suits me fine. That's my office straight away. You know, I can put all the computer stuff and everything in there. It's got a nice log burner in the lounge, which well, that's what it looks like anyway. As I say, I've only seen photos, but yeah, it's a good place. As I say, it's a little bit more than I wanted to pay, but there again, it's only a tiny little bit more than the last one I looked at. You know, it's not worth. I need somewhere, you know, and the real good thing is it's not available till the end of November, which suits me fine. Yeah, because that means I've got the rest of this month and all of November to sort this place out as best I can. So anyway, yet again, I haven't got it, but the agent sounded positive, if you know what I mean. I may get to see it this week, it may run into next week. I've said I'm free this week, I'm 15 minutes away, so you can give me short notice, like if somebody cancels, but I can't do Friday from mid-afternoon on Friday until next week, because obviously I'm going to get Hannah on Friday. So, yes, so I'm going for another one. The other one I was looking at is a long way away. Puts me closer to some things, but a lot farther away from others. In a place I don't know at all, but it is close to the motorway. So you get access to the motorway network and the good roads straight away. But they still haven't got back to me, you know. So. That was the one that said they were having trouble setting up a viewing schedule on the grounds the tenants were still there, but the tenants left this weekend just gone, apparently. Well, they still haven't got back to me, so I'm not holding my breath for that one. Anyway, so we're plodding away at it. As far as the paperwork for Mum is concerned, I have made contact with all the elements so far, and I'm progressing really well with quite a few. Mum's shares are dealt with as far as recording the fact that she's passed away, but they can't actually be dealt with until I've got probate, or we've got probate. So they're just on hold. So they've just been put to one side now. Dealt with the bank, dealt with the local authority stuff, water people, council tax people. There's no need to worry about gas and electricity because I'm the one who pays the bill, and the fact that Mum's died makes no difference to them, so I don't need to let them know until I move out. So that's sort of dealt with. Yeah, it's moving along pretty good. We've got the funeral date booked now. We've got a place booked to go and have some food and whatnot afterwards. So it's all slotting into place now. Mum's pensions, there's a website for the local government, local authority people that says tell us once, and you report it there, and then they deal with all the other stuff, allegedly. But this local authority around here couldn't organise in a brewery, to quote a phrase. They're not very good. I'll show you how good they are. My council tax bill for this year, they can't divide by 12, so they give you 10 equal payments because they can divide by 10. That's how good they are. So you effectively get 2 months where you don't pay, which is quite nice. And I notified them of my mum's death. They've sent me a new bill. I've also applied for my single person discount because I'm now the only person registered at this property, so I get 25% off reduction. I've applied for that. This is the same people I'm dealing with, just coming at it from different angles. So they've sent me a new bill and it's bigger than the one I've got now. So I'm just ignoring it on the grounds that nothing's due to be paid until November, and by then hopefully they'll have activated my single person discount and I'll get a new bill with the proper amounts. Because what's happened is the previous year I paid a month too much. So for this year's bill I had a credit brought forward, so what was left was divided by 10. So, and now it's come through without the credit. They seem to have lost that now. dealing with children, it really is. Anyway, that's it for today. I just wanted to poke the new introduction out. As I said, it's I think people were, like, if I was going to change it, people were probably expecting quite a major change like last time. I've changed virtually nothing apart from shortening the music track. So the music track still fades and cuts off exactly where it did before. It just fades in part way through to allow me to shorten it. And then all the other elements have just been reduced down. So it's virtually the same thing. It's just 6 or 7 seconds shorter, which doesn't sound much, but it's nearly a third shorter than it was before. Yeah, so it is shorter, and most people won't even notice. Anyway, I have got watering to do today in the gloom, so I will sort of crack on with that. I'm getting a bit slack with the watering, I must admit. I've just about got enough water to do what I need to do today, and then I'm going to have to get the RO unit out in the rain. Marvellous. Still, we plod away, and we keep going at things. I'll see you next time. Thanks for dropping by. As I say, sorry there's no orchids today, but it's a watering day and there isn't really much changing out here. That's the problem. You know, there's not much new opening up. When it does, you get to see it. It's more like stuff going over. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, there will be new blooms. There's spikes coming up all over the place. We will get new blooms, but there's just none at the moment. I mean, we've got a zygo, quite a lot in the oncidium sort of range. There's a cattleya with some buds, just the one at the moment. So there will be some stuff, but it's just not now. And not a dendrobium in sight. Blooming wise, I mean, there's enough to see. Yeah, so there we go, and see you next time. As I said, those that noticed, I hope you like the new intro. New intro, same as the old one, just shorter. So, see you next time.